the actual victim's head was being pushed against the plastic barrier. Then I stood up to try to help him stop. Because I'm a big guy, and I take a couple steps towards them. We hear one shot, and immediately turn to get my girlfriend and her friends out of the way. I throw them through the doorway and dive in. As we were going through, there were 3 more shots. On the way inside, my girlfriend was hit by a ricochet in the back of her calf, and then the guy, I'm pretty sure one of the guys actually got shot in the actual perpetrators. One of them got shot in the side because when he ran away, he was holding his side. And then the victim took the gun away from him and threw it on the ground.
And Drew, who would have been the one that would have been?
They were sitting there eating a cheese plate, and the guys came up, held a gun to his head, and demanded his watch.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Amanda.
Amanda. How old is she?
She's 33.
Okay. What is your full name?
My name's Drew Hancock.
Spell last name, Drew.
Hancock.
Okay. And what was going through your mind?
Yeah, Bobby, what's going on? And make sure she's okay.
Yeah. Anything else going on? Somebody else got hurt? What happened?
A woman got pushed down or run over as they were running away.
Drew, who possibly could have shot that suspect?
The person fighting with him to get the gun away, the guy who they were trying to take his watch, and they did take it.
So you think he turned the gun?
Yes, he was wrestling with them.
And when these people ran away, there's 3 men, right?
Yes.
What can you tell us to describe them?
Young, loud, but they had masks on, so.
When you say mask, a mask like what I'm wearing?
Yeah,
here?
just a normal mask.
And when you say young, how young are we talking about?
Early 20s.
Was more than one of them armed?
No idea.
Did you get the impression that they actually knew the people they went up and started talking to?
At first, I thought they were just drunken friends, like having an argument. But then after that, no. Not at all.
Did you hear them make any demands for the watch?
No, I didn't. All I heard was them getting loud. And then I looked up and saw the fight when they pushed the guy into the barrier.
Did you see the gun at that point?
No, I didn't see it until after the first shot.
How many shots?
Total, I heard 4.
You heard 4? Do you think it was just a matter of the wrestling that the shots went off, or somebody actually physically firing the gun?
I think they were trying to, the victim was trying to take the gun away from them. They didn't like that, so they pulled the trigger.
Oh, I see. And was your girlfriend shot?
Yes, a ricochet in the back of her calf.
How's she doing?
She's doing fine. They're going to get her right now.
And was there another one that was shot as well?
Run over by the guys as they ran away.
Run over by the guys as they ran away. And to the best of your knowledge, did they get you guys watch?
Yes, they did.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys were sitting and having lunch?
Yes.
Okay. Drew, are you from here?
No, I'm from Ohio.
Where in Ohio?
Toledo. Oh, that sucks.
You guys rolling? So I'm going to look straight ahead.
You're going to look right at the NBC camera, Max.
Where's that at? No, just look straight ahead. Yeah. You rolling?
Yep.
Okay, Captain, take us through.
Your full name is? First name is Max, M-A-X. Last name is Subin, S-U-B-I-N. I'm an acting captain with the City of Beverly Hills Police Department. So today at approximately 2:09 p.m., the Beverly Hills Police Department communications center 901 received a call of shots fired at a local restaurant right behind us. Officers were on scene within 90 seconds of the phone call. They discovered a female victim who was shot by a suspect that already fled. The female victim, who was shot with non-life-threatening injuries, was taken to a local hospital, was treated by paramedics and taken to a local hospital. There was a subsequent victim who was pushed as the other suspects fled the scene, and she was also treated on scene and was not transported. So we have one suspect that was shot. Our detectives and our crime impact team are currently investigating.
Don't even worry about it. I'll send it later. Bye.
Other specifics. It's real early on in the investigation as to the identity of the suspects. The call came out to us. The suspect description was 3 male blacks at the time. So that's all being worked on right now, and the detectives and our crime impact team are currently investigating that.
Captain, you're looking right now for these people?
So right now it's active investigation. We are currently looking for the suspects responsible for the shooting.
Do we have shelter-in-place orders here in the surrounding neighborhood of Beverly Hills? What are we telling the residents?
No, there is no order from us right now. Everything's locked down because the crime scene is currently being processed by our CSI team.
You had somebody detained on Canon? Is that one of the suspects?
Yeah, I'm not aware of that, but I don't know.
Max, do you know what the motive was for all of this?
So the motive was robbery. There was a watch that was taken from one of the victims. It was a very high-end watch that is also playing into our investigation.
Rolex,
And I
Max?
understand-
I don't know the make and model of it.
I understand that the victim, who was robbed, fought with wrestled with the suspect, at least one of the suspects who had a gun, and actually got the gun away from him. Do you guys have the gun?
I don't have any information as to what occurred during the struggle, if there was a struggle. That is all conjecture at this point.
Has a weapon been located?
So the crime scene investigators are currently processing the scene. I don't have any information as to the location of the weapon.
Have there
Captain,
been
I know
other
it's early, but Rolex thefts not too far from here.
Melrose.
Is there a connection? Have you been able to even establish that remotely right now?
Yeah, it's way too early on in the investigation as to any motive or any connection between the robberies that have occurred in the LA area as well as this robbery that took place behind us.
Were there other have there been other robberies here in the Beverly Hills area similar to this, armed robberies?
There was one or two robberies a few weeks ago, but nothing in the business area, generally in the Brighton, Canon area that we were at.
So the only injuries are to the woman who was shot and the person who fell, not to the suspects?
There was no injuries to the suspects. They have not been located.
Do we have a car that you guys are looking for?
Again, the investigation is ongoing. As to the actual what's occurring, I really can't get into it.
But Max, how do you describe the fact that this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that these guys walk in and there's an armed robbery in Beverly Hills, basically on the sidewalk of a well-known restaurant?
It just shows how brazen the suspects can be at the time of the incident.
When you consider right now that witnesses say there was at least 3 shots fired, is that what you were looking at right now? And is there any damage to the restaurant itself?
Yeah, the detectives right now are scouring all the surveillance video around. You can imagine there's tons of surveillance video, tons of other surveillance video on people's phones. So we're really asking for any help that we can get. But right now they're going store by store to look for surveillance video.
Thank you, Captain.
Are you going to be out here for a little while?
Yeah, I'll see you.
So again, that was the very latest from Beverly Hills Police there. We're taking a look at some ground video from earlier today. Let's go up into the air right after all of this happened. This coming via our Fox 11 Los Angeles team from Sky Fox to break down what we know at this time. Again, this was an armed robbery attempt and success outside of this Beverly Hills Italian restaurant, a very well-known celebrity hotspot. The witness to the shooting, the boyfriend of the victim who got shot, says that her name is Amanda. She's 33 years old. She has been rushed to the hospital